Hey, it's Patwa. I'm going to talk about fats. And we've got huge amounts of information that polarizes us into saturated fats, good, unsaturated or polyunsaturated fats, good. We're going to break down really what happens in the body when we take in different kinds of fats so we can be more empowered and make our choice based on what we want the end result to be, rather than just some of the conversations that we have around is this fat good or bad without any deeper knowledge. All right, well, we're going to break down saturated fats first and say, if you've probably heard, if you're interested in food, nutrition, diet at all, then you've heard or read, someone's told you, saturated fats are the enemy. Well, that is not the case. And we need to understand what happens in our body when we take in fats. You see, all saturated fats are, if you think of them as solid fats, or at certain temperatures they're solid. And what that means is chemically they're stacked very nice and neatly. The way that the oils are put together makes it so you can get a block of butter, or you can get a piece of fat that's on a steak or a muscle from a cow. Unsaturated fats are fats that have a slightly different chemical structure. I'm not going to get into that too much, in terms of they have a different bond that gives them a little kink, and the more of those makes them more kinky, which means it makes them more liquidy. But gotta throw some spice in the mix. So the more kinky they are, the more liquidy they are, the easier they are to become rancid, which is really the key when we're looking at storage, cooking, and heat, and then also the oxidation of fats when we consume them, or when we consume them with other foods in recipes, or when we're consuming them without combining them with proteins, for example. Then the way they break down, they can release free radicals and cause issues. And so what should I have, Ben? Well, let me put it like this. Saturated fats typically are short and medium chain fatty acids, things like butter, especially raw butter, if you can get raw butter where you are. That means unpasteurized, it's unheat treated. It's really good at helping people lose fat in their body. Yes, I said it. Increasing your fat in the right way can help you lose fat on your body. We got to talk about that in more detail, specifically for what you want. Just don't be afraid of it. And coconut oil is a great medium chain fatty acid. Now those things are short and medium chain fatty acids. What happens is they go into the body and they're so small they don't have to be cut up in the liver. So they can bypass that and they can be more readily used for energy, which means they're less stored for fat in our bodies, which is a good thing. Long chain or unsaturated, or poly, meaning many unsaturated fats, those things are like sesame oils, safflower oils, canola, rapeseed oils. Those become really rancid very easily, or they also have to be cut up in our body. Well, that time that it takes to break that down means that their release is a lot slower, and by that time we've used the energy from other things, so then they get stored on our body more. So what's the takeaway? Eat smaller amounts of more saturated or short or medium chain fatty acids. We're talking small amounts. You'll get more energy from them. They're more nourishing for our adrenal glands, because those fats are the things that make up part of our hormonal structure and our cell structure. And you'll also not store so much on your body. So when you're looking at, hey, should I use some of that liquidy oil, canola oil? Was that really good? Or should I just use the way my great-great-great-grandmother used to do it, with some good old butter? I'm going to say butter is better. And butter is better. And butter is better.